Hey there, Sagittarius. I'll be doing my weekly 3-card tarot reading, and then I'll be doing the combination card and astrology dice. Now, the 3 12-sided astrology dice represent the zodiac signs, the planets or lunar nodes, and the houses. And the cards aren't in any particular order like past, present, or future. And the cards that you received this week is the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, and the Fool. So you got 2 major arcana cards. Right in between the Ten of Cups, the card of happiness. This brings a pleasant incoming for the week. Now the Lovers card is about decision and deeds. Sex, love, affection, desires. And this can be with a lover, family, friends. But it's about enhancing and deepening the emotional bonds. And it's so funny to think that the Lover's card is about choices, but it is. Because it wants you to make good choices. Because if you don't, there's consequences involved in it. Maybe the truly ball and chain is really there. It's so funny that the simplest joy of life is probably the most complicated. And I also find Sagittarians very complicated too. Something that would seem very complicated to other people are simple to you. And some have this type A personality that once you get involved in something, you kind of go out the deep end a little bit. And I think now you have some new insight and you're ready to go on a new quest, a new journey, and that's why the Fool is there. But when it comes to love, it's like take 1, take 2, take 523, take 524. We have so many lessons to be learned. And there's so many nuances about love and relationships and having a good one. And the Fool is smart enough to go on another journey. But he's very naive. And so is young love. Oh, to be young and dumb again. Or the old saying that young love is like shiny water, it never runs deep. So you're back to finding the mysteries of your life through the Fool. You're wanting to discover your potential, a spiritual awareness. And you know, Uranus does oversee the Fool card, and that's about surprises and unexpected events. And here now you're exploring the truth. And what truths there are about love, it's very difficult to delineate. Now the Fool does what he pleases and he has command of his life, but sometimes that doesn't equal happiness. And he's going right towards the Ten of Cups card, the card of happiness, and that's what he's seeking. A glimpse of heaven over the rainbow of cups. And everybody in that card is facing towards the rainbow and have their backs to you, and that means they are facing towards the future. And as I'd mentioned, it's hard for Sagittarius to be simple and have simplicity, but the one key factor of this Ten of Cups card is simplicity. You can't have a happy life and have it complicated. I don't think you have to have a minimalistic attitude or be a ascetic monk. But you really just have to live simply. You don't need the best car and, the most expensive clothes. You just need people that love you. Now the Lover's card is more like a litmus test of what you've learned and how you've applied it. And how have you escaped some consequences. And how you equal lovers with the Fool, that goes to equal the Ten of Cups of happiness. Now I rolled the dice and you received Scorpio, the South Node, in the first house. Now the first house is about self, personality, and the face that you show to the world. And the South Node is a mathematical point that is near where the eclipses occur. Now the North Node is about destiny or the purpose in your life. And the South Node, they call it karmic gifts from your past lives or from your past. In reality, it's more of a pain in the ass thing because you're coming back around to relearning issues that you didn't resolve in other lives. Or the old joke, déjà vu again. And Scorpio is about intensity and sex as well. Life and death, transformation. And that could be equated to the Lover's card, and the transformation too is the Fool card. Strangely enough, they say Scorpio in the South Node had you in a very elite past. But then again, there's some things that you care to forget about from this past. And being private is one thing, but being secretive can cast suspicions of wrongdoing from other people. But to get over some of these problems from the past, you need to have a spiritual or cosmic connection. And this is where the Fool comes in. You know, he's investigating, he's delving into the mysteries of his life, of his microcosm, of his love for other people and himself. You know, Scorpio is about transformation and rebirth, and it's saying here that you're going on a new journey to seek for happiness and balance and emotions connected to relationships. With the presence of the first house, you're seeking that unique part of you that can manifest harmonious love and personal and familial happiness all at the same time. But with the first house there, you are exploring deeper depths of yourself and its connection to the outer realm for some answers. Things that have been a conundrum, a mystery to you. Scorpio brings intensity, but this is not an insurmountable quest, but it's going to be a difficult one. That's where the complication comes in. You just don't want to find an answer. You want to find the answer to what's going on here. You want to resolve this past life problem that keeps coming up from life to life. You could even look at it as the end of a beginning and the beginning of an end. Because the Ten of Cups card, and any 10 card, is about endings and new beginnings. I always find that kind of strange that you finally find happiness and, oh, it's going to end. It's like chemistry. You know, once you've hit an equilibrium, the only thing you can do is tend towards another one. And hopefully it's just going to be as happy as this last one. Now the Lover's card is saying you have some decisions to make regarding balance, partnerships, relationships. The Fool might be naive, but he isn't stupid. And with the presence of Scorpio there, maybe there's some psychic abilities that can assist to get this job done. Scorpios are the soothsayer of the signs. And maybe you should keep an eye out on poignant dreams, premonitions, or coincidences that may be just the tip of the iceberg to something bigger, something that you need to investigate. You might not find the whole answers to all of the queries this week, but you'll be one step closer to a goal of peace, harmony, and happiness with the outside world. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.